Welcome back to Hollywood Pulse. Appreciate all the support y'all been showing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single drop. Jim Jones messed with the wrong legends this time. He straight up disrespected Nas and Pusha T like he had nothing left to lose. Now his whole rap career's dangling by a thread. All it took was one wild moment to flip the culture against him. Jim said, Nas was never really that impactful. He called Pusha T overrated too. Then he bragged, saying he made Nas go viral again.
What I did for Nas probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life.
Now, has Nas reached out to you?
You did. The last time he was in some shit like this where people were comparing was when him and Jay was beating on him.
Say that.
You heard? You did? Like, and I don't want to talk about other people's career, but let's just get to the semantics of it.
Since the whole
Nas.
Okay.
No, I don't know Nas to have a conversation with him. You don't have a conversation, we can have that too and shit like that. You dig? Like, I don't really care.
Can you sing along the 5 Pusha T records right now? His records.
Yes.
His records?
Yeah.
Name
I love Pusha. Nostalgia.
Oh, you was a Pusha T fan.
He's like,
I didn't know he had fans like that. Can you name 5 Pusha T records? No, his records. Pusha T, I love your soul, my dog. You're not in my top 50. You might be in Charlemagne's top 50 and things like that, but you haven't done that much for me in my life. Like, I didn't never want to be like Pusha. I never had a Pusha moment in my life. I never thought, like, you dig? Like, where I'm from, niggas want to be like you if you was really that dude and that rapper and things like that.
Wanted to be like Pusha?
Shit.
He was influenced by Pusha?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's why Pusha did the Mr. Me Too record.
Okay, cool. You a very strong Pusha T fan. But what else has he bring to the game? Did he make people want to dress like him? Did he have some slang that everybody was talking like him? There would be the girls, all the girls wanted to do him. Like, what is you did?
People say that was the moment he crossed a line he can't come back from. This ain't even feeling like regular rap beef. It's looking like something bigger was already moving behind the scenes. Was Jim just on an ego trip? Or is he being phased out by the same culture he helped build? That quote is still spreading like wildfire. His Summer Jam set got cut off, and Pusha ain't done with him yet. Let's rewind and see what really triggered this slow public takedown. That sentence launched Jim into a free fall. He didn't just throw shade, he tried to erase Nas completely. Jim wasn't critiquing new music. He was dismissing the entire legacy of a hip-hop giant. And he did it on the Joe and Jada podcast, a spot known for chill convos, not career funerals. Instead of pulling it back, Jim doubled down with his whole chest. He said, Nas never meant much to the culture, and claimed his own Billboard stats could rival Nas. Let's be real, Nas ain't just another rapper. He's a pillar of hip-hop. Illmatic gets studied in college. Ether still gives top rappers nightmares. King's disease showed he's still evolving. Meanwhile, Jim out here talking like he just dropped The Chronic. This wasn't even about rap, it was pure ego. Straight insecurity disguised as opinion. And then he dragged his kid into it like that's a good example?
I admired Nas. But remember, Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade. So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like, you dig? Came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. Period. I'd never take that away from him. But then, as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that. I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. And I came into light and started going crazy that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 2003.
Not all of them. Some of them, though.
You know what I mean?
A lot of them, though.
The internet ate him alive. People pulled up every Nas award, every sold-out show, every classic album to remind Jim who he was messing with. And what did Jim do? Most people would chill out after getting dragged for disrespecting a legend. Not Jim. He jumped on Nightcap, stared Shannon Sharp dead in the eye, and tripled down. He said Nas never had the influence people think he did. Then he said Nas was always in second place. Pause.
But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
Ain't no shame in that. There a lot of mofos came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album.
Second to who exactly? Jay-Z and DMX? They ain't even in the same lane. Nas is poetic and deep. Jay is about corporate hustle. DMX was raw chaos and pain. Comparing them is like comparing Kendrick to Future. Different beasts, different missions. Saying Nas never led the pack ain't just an opinion. That's rewriting history. And the crazy part? Jim doesn't even deny he was a Nas fan growing up. He admitted he wanted to dress like Nas back in the day. Man's using a movie from 1998 as a reason to erase a 30-year legacy. That's where the delusion kicks in. It's not about stats or opinions anymore. Jim sounds like he wants Nas to be beneath him and gets mad when reality says otherwise. He's desperate to prove he belongs with the GOATs, but all he's doing is exposing his insecurity about never being mentioned with them. And if you thought he'd stop there, nah. On Bag Fuel, Jim dropped the wildest line yet. He didn't just say Nas wasn't relevant or was second place. He claimed he's the reason Nas went viral again. Jim really acted like hip-hop owed him a thank you for reminding us Nas existed. Fans clapped back instantly. One said, "The only reason you're being talked about is because you're making stupid comments about Nas, and that's why people are interviewing you for the clicks." Jim still ain't make no impact, one fan snapped. Another wrote, "The amount of delusional disrespect from Jim Jones towards Nas is getting out of hand. I'm sick of it." Folks were fed up. Nas dropped 3 albums in 5 years, grabbed a Grammy, and sold out shows left and right. While Nas was working, Jim was out here podcasting. He thought he was starting a trend, but he really just kicked off his own funeral march. Let's rewind to 2024. The Louis Vuitton Spring-Summer show in Paris was packed with legends. Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Rihanna, LeBron. Every powerful name in music, fashion, and culture was there. Cameras flashing everywhere. Pharrell was dropping his first collection as Louis Vuitton Men's creative head. History in the making. Then boom! The beat dropped. But this wasn't just any track. It was Clipse. For the first time in over a decade, Pusha T and No Malice premiered a brand new joint. And the lyrics? You could feel the tension shift instantly. Even Jay-Z was vibing hard to it. That wasn't just a diss, it was a declaration of war. Dropped right in the middle of the most high-profile event of the year. The lyrics said it all. Everyone knew who they were talking about. That chasing a feature out of your element bar was a direct shot at Jim for aligning with Drake after being crowned honorary Dipset in Harlem. The same Drake that Pusha shredded with Story of Adidon, and who still ain't recovered. This wasn't Pusha clapping back on SoundCloud. This was pure strategy. He used Paris Fashion Week as his battleground. That's how far ahead he's playing. Meanwhile, Jim was out here dragging Pusha on Breakfast Club, Rap Caviar, and Drink Champs, calling him not even top 50. But Pusha didn't stoop to podcast talk. He brought billionaires, luxury brands, and GOATs front row to his revenge. And the layers run deep. Pharrell produced the track. The same Pharrell who crafted Clipse's entire sound. The same Pharrell with roots in both Virginia and fashion's elite circle. They debuted Chains and Whips, a track made right in Louis Vuitton's Paris HQ overlooking the Seine River. Pharrell told the New York Times, "We just started walking around, looking out this window, and you just see all this. I mean, we beating the system, bro." While Pusha was playing chess in Paris, Nas was building an empire in Queens. While Jim was chasing blog headlines, Nas launched Resorts World Queens, a massive 350,000 square foot casino backed by a $5 billion vision. This ain't just business. This is Nas investing in infrastructure, equity, and generational wealth for an entire borough. Meanwhile, Jim out here bragging about Summer Jam bookings like it's still 2008. Nas didn't need to drop bars. He dropped receipts, and those hits landed harder than any diss track ever could. Fans were quick to catch on. Comments under Nas's post were savage. Someone wrote, "Another clown that can't stop yapping is worried about going viral. Nas out here making boss moves. When you're really rich, respected, and relevant, you don't gotta talk back. You let your life speak." Meanwhile, Jim was getting booed off stage. Picture this, Summer Jam 2024. Jim finally got the moment he'd been chasing all year. But as soon as he hit the stage, crickets. Then it got worse. Funkmaster Flex, his own ally, cut his set short. You could see it hit Jim right then and there. This was supposed to be his moment. But all that beef energy didn't translate because he didn't bring the hits. Just drama. And even after getting humiliated, Jim still wasn't done. He had one more diss ready, and this one was personal. After that, Louis Vuitton moment, Pusha T didn't say much in public. But behind the scenes, word spread fast. He wasn't done yet. Sources close to Clipse say their upcoming reunion album is loaded with surgical shots aimed right at Jim. That track they dropped in Paris, that was just the intro. The rest is gonna be way darker. Some insiders are calling this Pusha's Coke Bear moment because he's stepping fully into the villain role. He ain't playing it safe no more. And if Jim keeps running his mouth, it's gonna be lyrical murder out here. But it's not just about lyrics, it's about the setup. Pusha's comeback is aligning with billionaires and elite spaces while Jim's still rapping in Harlem alleyways over the same beat he just got buried on. Yeah, you read that right. Jim tried flipping that Chains N Whips beat to drop his own freestyle in response. He even hinted that No Malice had a problem. And that's where he messed up bad. Pusha can take shots, but bringing up No Malice, a man who left rap to follow faith and change his life? That's not just a diss, that's pure disrespect. Pusha ain't clapped back yet, but if history says anything, he don't react fast. He reacts strategically, and when he does, it's lethal. Then Jim made his dumbest move yet. He publicly dissed Clipse's new single, ACE Trumpets, on camera during an interview. He tried to play it off cool, saying he never listened to Clipse and never has.
We went viral on the Spotify Rap Caviar podcast.
Yes.
About
Man,
Pusha T.
People don't like people, yeah, see? There we go. And then look what happens. But I'm ready for all things, man. Shouts to Pusha, shouts to that guy, shouts to the Clipse. You know what I mean? Congratulations.
Do you like the new song?
No, but you know.
You don't like Ace Trumpets?
What's so great about it?
It's so good.
It's good?
It's so, oh man.
It's good?
So yeah, there's something going on that you ain't telling us about,
it's
bro.
It's good in what? A nostalgic value of it?
You don't think Ace Trumpets is
believe
hard?
it. I don't believe them. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to downplay nobody's craft and their music.
But that fake chill slipped quick, and his insecurity leaked through every word because deep down he knows he was the target, and they bodied him. This is where the energy flipped, because now it ain't just Nas and Pusha. The whole culture is shutting the door on Jim. Blogs are dragging him left and right. Even fans who used to ride for Dipset are telling him to just stop. This wasn't rap beef, this was a lesson. Jim walked into a heavyweight ring with Nas and Pusha T, thinking he had bars to back it up. But he got folded by silence, chess moves, and billionaire plays. Now he ain't trending. He ain't on playlists. He's like a ghost in his own game. And the craziest part? The new Clipse album ain't even dropped yet. That might be the real funeral. So if you thought this beef was wild, wait till you hear what's coming next. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.